What is going on, guys? It is your boy TKD123 here, back again here on PlayStation Source. This is, of course, Safe Slot Podcast, the weekly news show about any and all things PS5, PlayStation games, and PlayStation itself. With me, of course, my luxurious co-host, the ArachKnight. How are you doing, good sir?
I'm doing well. How about you?
You know, chilling. I'm in a dire need of a haircut. You know, it's gone to that point.
Really?
You know? I think I'm gonna cut the curls off, man.
Ooh.
I think I might do it. I don't know.
Big change.
Not really. I mean, like the like curls were the big change, but I don't know. Man. We'll see.
I don't like. I've always like. I think for almost as long as I've known you, you've had the curls.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I used to buzz it completely bald.
Yeah, I've seen old pictures of you.
Yeah. I used to buzz it bald, and then I was like, let me just grow it out. Fuck it. But I kind of want to have an in between, you know, just like a modest haircut. Of course, give me that taper fade on the sides and everything, and the beard's gonna stay, obviously. But we'll see. I'll let you know. I'll keep the audience filled in on my hair dilemma, of course. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, of course, housekeeping. You can catch the show here on youtube.com/PlayStation Source, as well as podcast services like Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, and our anchor link down below in the description. Like the video and or rate the podcast to help us be seen by more viewers, so we can grow the PSS family. I tweeted out this week. I think you saw it, but I'm not joking. Literally, guys, whatever you want to put in the reviews, I will read it. I don't care what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm dying on that hill. Like, if I gotta read something crazy, I'm gonna read something crazy. You know? I'm checking right now, as I'm stalling for time, really quick. Did you get a gander at the Spotify?
I did not.
Result this week?
I did not notice any. I did check when you tweeted it.
Where'd you look at that? Right then? There's absolutely nothing here in Apple Podcasts that's new. So it's quite interesting, guys. It's quite interesting. You know, let me check real quick on the last week's episode. Where is it? Here we go. Let me see. Oh, nothing. Huh. Okay.
Me checking my bank account.
Wow. Checking my portfolio on Robinhood. Okay.
Why is everything red?
Well, interesting. It's a lot of red over here. But if you want to change that, of course, down below, you can follow us. What was I saying? Wait. Wow. Hello? Kev, are you okay? Kev, are you good? You can let us know what you like or dislike about the show, and connect with us further on Twitter and Discord in the description. And also, literally, guys, just go over, rate us, write something funny, tell us a joke, tell us about your day. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your favorite part of the podcast. Maybe your least favorite part of the podcast. You know? Literally put anything and I'll read it. I'm giving the people a platform to express what they want to express. You know? I just hate when I give a slice of bread and nobody eats it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
You hate to see it. If you're feeling generous, though, feel free to hit that join button or hit that. But I said, Kevin, this is the worst housekeeping I've ever done in my life.
It's a little botched.
This is bad. This is beyond botched. If you're feeling generous, feel free to hit that join button to become a member of the channel with the $1 Prince tier and the $5 King tier to be members. Like, God damn it, I always forget to put the names. Oh God. Okay, ArachKnight, Chungi, Caleb Kaiser, Owen. I'm not sure if it's Tapiwa Musa, but we're gonna do Tapiwa Musa. What's good, homie? You can check out the stream series as well throughout the week if you missed it. There was no Ratchet & Clank this week. We're gonna go hard in the paint next week with some Ratchet & Clank, but we did stream Destruction All-Stars. We will talk about that later on. And I finished Metal Gear Solid on Wednesday night as well. So that we got to discuss that as well. We will definitely get to that. But in case you missed some video content on the channel, there's of course Long Play Club episode 3 involving Metal Gear Solid, and that's already up. However, what's coming up after you guys listen to this on Monday will be episode 4, the finale of Metal Gear Solid. It's a 3-hour podcast. It was a good one. definitely check out that. Also, the mystery game that I could not talk about for like 2 weeks, Arachknight 2. It's reviewed.
Big moves.
It's out. You know, we guys, we made it onto marking material of a game. It was lit. It was very, very dope. And also, the game is dope. Arachknight 2. It's a 2D space shooter type of game, right? Very, very small scale, nothing crazy, but I enjoyed it a lot. I thought that the overall levels were super intricately designed. I like the gameplay and everything, so I'm with it. Are you into like 2D shooters at all, really?
I am. Like I watched the review. It looks like a bullet hell.
Yes.
Yeah, like, and I'm always down for a challenge. Like after watching the review and reading everything, it's like, yeah, this looks like something I should check out. So they already got one sale because they included you. Look at that.
You'll love to see it. And it's, you guys, it's the low cost of $10. You know? It's on the cheap. And it's on Switch, of course, PlayStation 4, and you can play the PlayStation 4 version on PS5, of course. Same with the Xbox side as well. And it's on Vita, the definitive place to play it, obviously on Vita, you know what I'm saying? So definitely check out that. And I also wrote a Arachknight 2 written review for Borderline Entertainment as well. So both of those went live on Monday. Very, good reception overall with the game. So good stuff right there. Definitely check it out if you missed it. We did a full Destruction All Stars breakdown video of the state of play, as well as impressions. So definitely check out those two videos that were uploaded separately. And lastly, PlayStation Now, February 2020 games. I should probably have those handy to just read off really quick, since I don't want to make it a news story necessarily. It's not like the most entertaining thing to talk about. Here we go. Nope, just kidding. That's PS Plus. Here we go. PS Now games that got added real quick. Call of Duty Black Ops 3, WWE 2K Battlegrounds, Detroit Become Human, Little Nightmares, Hotline Miami 2 Raw Number, which Hotline Miami 2 is fire, and Darksiders Genesis. So, in case you're not a subscriber, you can play those games. But I've been talking for too much. Arachknight, what have you been playing?
On your recommendation, I've been playing some Cyber Shadow.
As am I. So we'll just co-op this whole conversation then.
Yeah.
Tell me how you're faring with it.
It's not too bad. Like, I played a lot of classic NES games growing up. Because I was a big fan of. Did you ever watch the Angry Video Game Nerd?
A few, but not like a ton of videos.
Yeah, I used to watch him a lot. I watched everything he put out. I was like 8, and it's like, this man is swearing up a storm. But I thought it was really, I thought his character was funny. Like, I thought it was entertaining. But I was really there for the discussions on the games. I watched a lot of Screw Attack and stuff like that, where they talked about classic games like Batman '89 and Ninja Gaiden, Contra, and I found websites that would have those games that you could play on browser. So that's what I did. And if I couldn't play them on browser, I would download them on my computer. And I would just play through classic NES games all the time. Like, so Cyber Shadow isn't too bad. Like, considering that they've been, it's a lot more generous than the bullshit you had to deal with on the NES. Like, like everybody talks about Battletoads. Like, we all know. Like, if you know Battletoads, like, you know what I'm talking about with the mission on the bikes.
Right.
Ninja Gaiden had a lot of stuff like that. Batman '89 was notoriously difficult. And I played through all those games when I was younger. So, like, playing this feels like playing those games. So it's not too bad. Like, there are a few instances where it's like, wow, that is some NES bullshit. Like, where you're jumping and then you get hit by a moth and you land in some spikes and die. But
dude, I already had PTSD. I hate those fucking mods, bro. Those mods. So far, I mean, I just got the parry.
Yeah.
Arachknight.
Yeah.
So I don't know where that is in relation to like the end of the game. I don't know if you already beat the game, but I'm way past the mods. I think I'm in chapter 6.
Yeah, like there are 10 chapters. I'm a little bit behind you. I haven't played in a few days, but
Gotcha.
it honestly hasn't tripped me up too much. I've been enjoying it. It's not a walk in the park, but it's nothing like overwhelming. Like if I had to put it on a scale of 1 to 10, I think I'd put it at a crisp 5.
Wait, what?
Not
50?
not in quality. I should have prefaced that.
Oh.
In difficulty, in terms of difficulty.
Right. Okay.
That's my fault. In terms of difficulty, like in my head is like, hey, say that, and then nothing came out. In terms of difficulty, from 1 being, I don't know, Spider-Man PS4. That game was easy. Great game, but
Definitely.
It was easy.
Yeah.
10 being
God of War 1 final boss.
God of War 1 final boss. It's a good in the middle. It's very very good in the middle for me. And in terms of quality, like the pixel art is great. I'm not a huge fan of the soundtrack. Like,
What?
I don't know. It's not hitting for me.
Bro, there's one song that I think it's in chapter 4 and chapter 5, I think. But that melody is the dopest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like bro, I'm obsessed with that. I legit kind of just stayed around in those areas just to hear that sound.
vibing.
Like it is a good. I'm gonna link you later.
Right,
I'm gonna link you it.
bet.
Hopefully you get to it in game. And if you have heard this and don't think it's dope, then like it is what it is. But I think it's a fire beat. Big fan.
Big fan.
I've also been playing it. Not much to really add on there. I'm really liking it. The only really difficult part I encountered was those moths early on, which they are early on, so it's pretty discouraging, I feel like. If you're not like really feeling it. I would say, hey, get through the moths and then go beyond to the rest of the game, because as of post moths, there really hasn't been anything too crazy. Do you remember the last boss you fought? By chance? If not, it's cool. It's
No.
No? Okay.
I played it. I played Cyber Shadow last early in the week. Then I've been trying to just catch up on homework, and any free time I have, I've just been trying to put into Valorant, trying to rank back up.
I hear you.
Oh, and Apex. Apex, a lot of that.
Yeah, I did download Apex. I haven't jumped in yet. Because I know Season 8 got an update. They announced the Switch version coming out next month and stuff like that. So that's cool for them and everything. But yeah, no, I haven't jumped into Apex yet, but I have it downloaded though.
Yeah.
Are we about to run some games? Yo, what's good?
Bet.
Are we about to?
I saw.
I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not saying I'm good though. You know.
Oh, it's okay. Like we'll figure it out. Like I saw Christian and Jack got a W.
Yes. The Apex Predators over there. Absolutely.
Like
They're out there killing the game.
yeah, I've been putting in some work in that. It's been fun. I hate the new operator there. He's annoying to go up against.
Would you consider him OP or just like a matter of just the player base learning how to counter him?
Counter him. It's just it's a little annoying. It's because he just floods your screen with grenades and like projectiles. And I play Octane.
Right.
So if I get stuck, there's not really a whole way out of there unless I have my ultimate.
Yeah. Gotta go fast.
You do gotta go fast.
I hear you.
But
I hear you.
Apex, let's run it. I've been posting some W's in the Discord. Shout out to the Discord.
Shout out to the Discord, link below in the description. Yeah, so Cyber Shadow I've been playing. I'm still enjoying that. Hyroxia 2. I already talked about that. It's all good. Let's jump to Destruction All-Stars really quick.
I've been wanting to talk about that.
So I've put more hours outside of the stream that we did, which you can check out on the channel. We also did a breakdown of the state of play and different abilities and different stuff like that. And impressions video is up as well, right? I got more content coming on about that game. I want to do like a full overview about all of the different characters and their abilities and breakers and all that. That is in the works for sure. I'm liking it, but I can see myself not playing this like a month from now. You know what I'm saying?
Its lifespan is very short.
Yeah, but like, I do find it fun. Like this whole week, I've woken up and I use a really weird, not like test, but just like little thing of like, okay, if I wake up and yearn to play X game, it's probably telling that I generally like that game on some sort of level,
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure if I was gonna like Destruction All Stars, to be honest with you. But no, like it's like once you really learn how to maneuver your cars and like which car types are better for a particular opponent or like circumstance, which characters have the better abilities, which ones are worthwhile and different stuff like that. And that's with every game really, but like I'm growing to like it more the more I play it, you know what I'm saying? But did you have like any questions or like anything that you wanted to ask or whatever about it?
Not in particular. Like, I just wanted to hear your expanded thoughts on it, because I remember you saying on stream that you were going to put more time into it and really flesh out your thoughts. And it looks fun, but the prospect of paying full price is if you told me that this game was 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks max, it's like, okay, maybe. Anything more than that is absolutely not.
I think the absolute max would have been like 30.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like even 30 is like kind of
pushing it.
Yeah, like it's tough because like it is a fun game. It's not a $70 fun game.
No.
There's I don't think there's enough there to warrant a $70 game, you know what I'm saying? And like even when it comes down to like the skins in the game, which the skins are just color palette swaps, which like is cool, right? But I was looking for like different skins that were gonna alter the actual like physical appearance of your characters and like what they're wearing.
Right.
Does that make sense? It's just color palette swaps. You know what I'm saying? Which it is what it is and stuff like that. And like, it seems like they locked Challenge Series, which was like kind of like the single player mode, behind a paywall because it was on Plus. Right, I'd be really interested to see if when this game comes out of Plus, if they do Challenge Series like for free if you bought the game. You know what I'm saying? Because like you're really like, let's say they don't do that, right? After it gets off Plus, are you gonna also keep charging people for Challenge Series? After a $70 charge, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of iffy, but it's still good though. Like, it's still definitely like a fun, chill game to play after you do something like super competitive. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I don't know if it's $70 worth for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
It seemed fun. Like, I would have, if I had a PS5, like during the stream, I probably would have been playing during the stream.
Yeah.
Like it looked fun. Like, it just have a podcast in the background too, or some music and just relax for a little bit.
100%. 100%. Yeah. Definitely.
I don't know.
I also finished Metal Gear Solid.
How was
my
that?
first time? It was quite interesting, Arach. It was quite interesting. Everything was all good for episode 4. It wasn't as toxic as episode 3, of course. Episode 3 was a pretty toxic stream, I'm not gonna lie. Episode 4, it was good, right? Like, I loved where we went to in terms of story. It does get blown up, it does get convoluted, it does get kind of hard to follow, honestly, and then a lot of different cases, but I know what they're explaining and what they're saying, even though I don't fully get it. You get the gist of it, right?
Right.
But it's still interesting as all hell, like, it's still cool. But yeah, like, it does get convoluted and everything. And there's just one like final like fist fight you do. I thought that was really dumb.
Yeah, that's a trend in Metal Gear.
Yeah, the last boss fight you do with I guess spoiler alert really quick if you're haven't played it. You know what? No, this is not the spoiler. When you fight Rex, we'll call him Rex. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That boss battle is not that cool, to be honest. But overall, I'm still really interested to see where the series goes from here, for sure. As I'll be doing MGS 2, 3. I think we're doing, oh my god, the PSP one. Shit, what was that one called? I forgot. I think we're doing that PSP one. I think we're doing Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, I think it's called, or Metal Gear Rising.
Yeah,
like
Revengeance is fun.
Yeah, that, and then we're gonna do MGS 5 to finish it all off. Yeah, so we're going through the core story stuff in there as well. But yeah, no, I mean, like, where we left off, it was cool. It was good. I liked it for sure. So definitely good stuff. But you've played anything else besides those two games?
Not particularly. No, I don't think so. It's been a slow few weeks for me.
I hear you. Well, it's our favorite segment. ArachKnight PS5 Watch. PS5.
The answer is no.
But we was there any close opportunities?
No.
At least, you know what I'm saying? No, okay.
Oh, like during yesterday's restock, I was there early when you sent the message, and as soon as it hit, what was it, like 1 hour time or something?
Yeah.
It was 1 o'clock. I refreshed the page. At 12:59 to 1 exactly, down to the second I had I had the page refreshed. Come back at 1:10.
Yeah, that's what my friend was saying. That like it was doing 1:10 and then 1:20 and then 1:30.
And it sold out at 1:40.
And it sold out at 1:40. Yeah, that's what he said. Now, this is probably something that I'm not trying to insult your intellect, right? You have accounts made on all these different variety of different retailers, right?
Yes.
Like you have a Walmart account that you're logged in that already has your credentials.
Yes.
It's just a matter of just click. Okay, yeah, okay. I figured.
Like, I have it on a list. I'm waiting. I'm watching. I'm refreshing.
Beautiful.
And it still is not enough. Down to the second.
Listen, man. One of these days, man. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Like,
I tell you, man. It's gonna happen.
Honestly, like, it's become kind of a game in my house. It's like, oh, you get, like, every week my parents will ask me, it's like, how's the PS5 search going? It's like, not well.
Well, parent, it's not doing too great. You know what I saw that was great though? I know I'd be bagging about PCs and drivers and all that, you know.
Right.
But I was scrolling through Twitter Sunday night, right? And I saw this beautiful computer, right?
Right.
The link is in the description. It's a Buster Sword PC.
Ooh.
Made in Puerto Rico by a company called Bandy Tech, all right? This PC I would buy.
How much
right?
is it?
I don't know. I don't want to look.
Expensive.
I assumed it was a lot. I didn't want to ask, but yo, it looks fire. So I just want to highlight that, you know, because shout out to FF7,
True.
and I guess low key shout out to PCs. I guess maybe
Low-key.
sometimes. This is the one that will stay when I purge all PCs from existence. You know what I'm saying? That one can stay.
Bro, you're gonna tell me?
You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna tell me you're gonna purge my main console?
Yeah. Get a Mac.
Dude, I would rather become Amish than use a Mac.
Yo, shout out to the Amish one time. But
yeah, they'll never hear it, but shout out.
I did want to call back to, of course, you know, me and ArachKnight did a seminal Road to Part 2, podcast series on Lead Up to Lapses Part 2. And of course, also, we did, oh man. Okay, guys, hold up. Give me like 3 seconds. I'll be right back. Hold on. ArachKnight, talk about something.
You guys should buy Mass Effect. The Legendary Edition's coming out. It's gonna be something we talk about in a few minutes. I don't know. I'm excited to talk about it. A lot of fun.
Hi.
Good game.
Thank you.
All right.
So what happened was my old roommate got his W-2 mailed to my apartment.
Right.
And I told him I would leave it on the patio table outside because I'll be recording. And your boy did not do that. So I had to give it to him right quick. But we back on topic. Heard you talk about Mass Effect, of course, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But, of course, Road to Part 2, right? There was a segment in there called the Chelsea Watch, right? We were trying to figure out who was she playing in Last of Us Part 2, all that good stuff. And I think said on this show, or maybe a Road 2 series before that, that she announced that she was pregnant, right?
Yeah, it was Road to
And
Part
then,
2.
yep. And, I want to bring my Chelsea Watch one more time. Because over here, she tweeted on February 3rd, Coden Stone Bowen 2-1-2021, the purest love, I'm obsessed, my magic baby, I love my stone. So she did have her baby. Just want to give a big old congratulations, from the PS Source family. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to childbirth.
Shout out to childbirth.
Couldn't be
Look
me.
at that. Look at that. She got the hospital bed. She got the curls going. She got the baby in the hand. Look at that. You love to see it.
You love to see it.
So, big shout out to Chelsea. Big congratulations to the new family there. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
You love to see it. And, I also think it's very, do you think that this baby will ever hear us talk about him or her? Honestly, Coden, that. What would you say? That was a gentleman, right? I don't think she said the gender.
I don't believe so.
Before.
But whether or not they ever hear about us talking about it, we're gonna be old, my man.
Facts.
Dude,
oh my god, when he's 21, I'll be 43.
Old man
What the
TKD.
fuck? Dude, what the fuck, bro? It's
Time really do be passing.
Time literally moves forward. That's wild. Oh man, aging is crazy. Well, into the first topic of the episode, of course. MLB The Show goes multi-platinum. Not multi-platinum, I'm an idiot. Multi-platform while blazing. Get it? Because it's coming out April 20th. Blazing. No? Okay. Alright. MLB The Show. MLB Tony on the show did get announced this week, and of course it is launching April 20th, a national holiday, of course, but also it is dropping alongside the Xbox version of these games. Yes, you heard it right. There is pictures of MLB The Show, the cover on an Xbox cover, right, with the PlayStation Studios logo in the bottom right hand corner. It's very, very interesting. It's very weird, but I do want to see how this all turns out, because MLB is one of the, I think, only major sports games that had been exclusive this whole time. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all pans out, launching multi-plat. I really want to see the numbers. I want to see the sales figures of this game. I want to see, how it all shakes up, definitely, right? And they did announce crossplay between PlayStation and Xbox as well. So across all those, they'll be able to crossplay and all that. And on Xbox, of course, it will be, I think it falls in line with the same thing where, the PS4 version is 60, PS5 is 70. And I think that it will be the same way on the Xbox side. So I just thought it was pretty interesting. This will be the first party PlayStation game that ever makes it to Xbox. So super interesting. You got any critical thoughts on MLB? You know what I'm saying?
Major League Gaming, baby.
No,
I got, every time I would walk past, because bless my parents, they tried. They really tried to get me into sports when I was younger.
Same. Mine did too.
And they're like, hey, you should play football. No. You should play basketball. No. And we would go to the store to like play games like Walmart or whatever. It's like you get to pick a game. And my dad is like, "Oh, what about this? It's like MLB. It's baseball." And I would already be pointing towards like Arkham Asylum. It's like, hey, miss me with that, but I want to play Arkham Asylum.
Oh man,
They tried.
They tried. Yeah, mine was just like I don't think my parents ever fully grasped like how much I enjoyed video games. Like, I don't think they really understood, you know. And it's like, hey, like, I dropped my pen. I kind of just want to play games and talk about them, but yeah, you know, so it'd be like that.
Mine did. They tried to change it. It's like, oh, you'll grow out of it when you get older.
Yeah, mine it wasn't a change. I just don't think they fully registered like how much I really, really love video games. But it's okay though.
It's okay.
It's all good. We're here.
They know now.
They do know now. They do. Even though my mom still thinks that I covered Nintendo games, but that's neither here nor there. Of course, finally, PlayStation put out their wrap up 2020. Now, did you do this?
I did.
There's a link. I have mine pulled up. You know, perhaps we could compare and contrast. You know, if you want to see what you got going on. I know it's not your main platform, but definitely.
I did post a few screenshots in the Discord. Shout out again to the Discord.
Perfect.
So let me pull those up real quick.
Yeah, I can run through my highlights, I guess. I played 55 different games in 2020. My top game was Ghost of Tsushima at 75 hours. FF7 Remake was at 48. And Assassin's Creed Odyssey was at 44. Let's see. My top genre was action adventure. I had 977 hours of gameplay. I wish it was 1,000. Fucking so close, man. So close. I played all my hours locally for the most part. I played 245 days out of 365 days in 2020. My favorite time to play was afternoons on Thursdays. That makes sense because stream series made a lot of sense there on Thursdays. Let me see what else. I earned 685 trophies. My top PS5 game was Assassin's Creed Valhalla at 64 hours. Of course, that makes a lot of sense. My total PS5 gameplay hours right now is 117, and I got 162 trophies so far on PS5. That seems high. I don't know where they're getting that number from, but I'll take it, I guess. I'm not sure where they're getting that number, and that's pretty much the round off for me.
All right, let's see what I got.
Let's see what we got.
So I played 15 games in 2020.
Which, again, audience, this is not his main platform. It makes a lot of sense.
It makes some sense. I played 83 hours of Ghost of Tsushima. I played 48 hours of God of War. And I played 42 hours of FF7R.
Nice. Nice.
My top genre was an FPS. You know, we've been new. Even though all three of my main games are like third-person action-adventure games.
Yeah, my top genre is action-adventure.
Yeah, even I only played 12 hours of FPSs. I don't remember what I played that was an FPS. Like, I might have played...
Was it like a lot of like... Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, it's like maybe like a few games of Apex, but I wouldn't say that's my top genre.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I played 287 collective hours. 261 of those were locally. 26 was in Legends.
Gotcha.
0 in VR. Yeah, missed me with that.
Same.
I played 98 days throughout the year.
Damn, bro. I hear you. I see you, bro.
And my top day of the week were nights on Fridays.
The old Friday night sessions. Okay, I see you.
Yeah, I earned 203 trophies.
King shit.
And
how's your PS5 section looking?
Pretty barren.
I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole.
Dude, I'm telling you, once I get my PS5 and once Factions 2 comes live, I'm throwing hands.
Bro, I'm in that motherfucker, bro. I am in Factions 2 so fucking deep, bro. You have no idea, dog.
Bro?
Pause. like, oh man. Oh man. I'm doing rounds of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing competitive Factions 2. Alright? I'm pulling up.
I will wait for you to stream it, and I will try to stream snipe you. I will try and find your lobby.
I hate you.
I'll pull up.
What I want to do is Factions Fridays. I want to do like late night Friday night faction runs, you know? Just chilling with the homies. You know? That's what I really want to do. But when the time comes. But until then, if you got your PS5, you may have noticed that you did get some updates in God of War and The Division 2. Two games I definitely adore. God of War got a 4K checkerboard and 60 frames patch. So essentially what was going on here was that they have essentially blended the resolution and performance mode on PS5 so that they're both running at the same time, right? That's essentially what you're getting here. So it's still checkerboard 4K, but it looks stunning, right?
Right.
It's the same 4K that we got, I believe, on the PS4 Pro. And I think this is just the same resolution, and it's not running at 60 frames. So it looks stunning. I played it a little bit this weekend, and it still looks fantastic. What a game, man! God of War 2018 is a game. You know,
that is a game.
That's some elite gaming time for sure. Elite gaming right there. Elite gaming. I have to get the platinum on that someday. Gotta get that platinum.
All I remember is during the trials in Helheim. Not Helheim.
Muspelheim, something like that.
Yeah,
Muspelheim, whatever. Yeah.
I remember squeezing my controller so hard that I broke the rumbler.
Bro, what's crazy is like the first two are pretty easy, right? Yeah. It's that third one that's like, oh shit.
I did my very first baby playthrough on Give Me God of War because I hate myself. And so I went in and it's like, I know this is a good game. Don't hate the game because this difficulty is bullshit.
Damn, man.
Because in the very early parts of the game, before you get armor and all that, it takes like 5 minutes to beat the big enemies down.
Yeah, that's a whole yikes, bro. It is so crazy too how like when we talk about games, right? 5 minutes is like an eternity.
Yeah.
You know, like that's such a long time.
Yeah, like
oh man,
especially when they kill you in 2 hits, so you can have like 4.5 minutes of progress eradicated, and that happened to me more than once. Oh, especially with the Valkyries. Give Me God of War with the Valkyries was bullshit. I broke that controller with the Rumbler pack. Because I was just I died like pretty close to the end, and I squished it, and I was like, oh, okay, built too different, and then
you really broke the fucking Rumbler pack of your DualShock 4. That's honestly impressive.
Yeah, no, I was I was squeezing the controller, and it broke in my hand. And I was like, fuck.
Oh,
these things are like These things are like $60.
That'd be the top of stream fails that week. Top of stream fails. Something that's definitely not as frustrating though. You could play the Division 2. I know your stance on Ubisoft. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know, I know you ain't seen the light yet, but Division 2 is Huh?
What light? There's no light there.
Oh, you know the just 4K 60 frames looks fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, it's something about Ubisoft engines that just really take advantage of the hardware.
Dude, I've been
Assassin's Creed
running
Valhalla.
I've been running
Division 2.
4K 144 frames for a while now. Catch up.
You see, it's like I like retaining a more tactile feel of 60 frames. You know what I'm saying?
60 frames? You mean that slideshow?
Oh man, well look, man, it's in 4K 60 if you want to check it out. I played it I played it for maybe 10 minutes this week, nothing too much, but it's a great time. It's a great game. Definitely enjoy it. And there's some other stuff in there too that I haven't done yet, so like I may just, mess around and just go in there for a little bit tonight or whenever. We'll see. Oh, also there's the Resident Evil skins in the game right now too, so if you wanna dress up as Leon or whatever, you can do that. All that good stuff. So shout out to them.
When it comes to Ubisoft, like the only games I've really ever enjoyed from them.
He's about to say some slander.
I
was about to say Far Cry 3.
I really like The Division. I think it's an interesting concept. I thought it was a lot of fun. I played Division 1 when it came out because I got it with my graphics card. I had a code that came with my graphics card, so I played that. And I bought Division 2 when it was on sale for $1.
Yes, everyone should have. It's a fucking $1.
Yeah,
everyone should have.
Yeah, no, it was like even if I never play this, it's $1. So I bought it, I installed it, I played it. I thought it was a lot of fun. Like none of my friends bought it, so it was just me, like kind of vibing, like listening to music, playing The Division, and I thought that was fun. I think Siege is fun. But I could never get into Far Cry. I really, really, really have tried to get into Far Cry.
Dude, fucking same, right? Listen, look, I think I'm done with Far Cry.
Yeah, no, I
think I'm done.
I played Far Cry 3, and I kind of, I did not finish, but I played and slogged my way through half of Far Cry 3. It's like, when does this get good? I didn't even bother with Far Cry 4 and Primal. I played Far Cry 2. I thought it was okay. I really have tried. And when we talked about Borderlands on Twitter, like I've tried to get in Borderlands. I've tried to get into Borderlands. I played Borderlands 1 on the PS3 when it was on PS Plus. I bought the Handsome Collection on my PC, and I got the Handsome Collection on my PS4 when it was free on PS Plus. And I played through 1, I played through 2, and I played through the pre-sequel, and I just cannot get into it. Like, I really have tried. Like, it's not something where I've seen it, it's like, this looks dumb, because it has, on paper, it's everything that I would enjoy. It's a first-person shooter, it's fun with friends, it's got some little customization stuff here and there. On paper, it seems like everything that I would enjoy, but there's just something about it that I can't get into, the same way that I can't get into Far Cry and I can't get into or Assassin's Creed. Like on paper, it's like, yeah, this is a Assassin's Creed. It's got infamous like climbing, it's got cool assassins, it's got some cool history stuff. You think I'd like it, but there's just something about the gameplay that doesn't sit with me and doesn't sit well. And
I hear you.
And it's just something very common in Ubisoft games, unfortunately. Like, there's just something about how they make games and what they do with them that doesn't really resonate with me, unfortunately. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you ask me the Ubisoft game that I put the most time into, it's a resounding Uno. The only Ubisoft game I have on my Uplay, other than The Division 2.
Oh, you mean like Uno, like the card game?
Yeah, is Uno.
Holy shit! I was like, wait, like Uno what? Like what do you mean? Okay, I do like some Uno though. Big fan. Yeah. I need to buy a console version of Uno because I feel like that'd be fun as fuck.
Uno might be available on Mac, but that's asking a lot of Mac.
I hate this motherfucker. Well, look, you know what? Tell me about Mass Effect here, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. Mass Effect Legendary Edition. This is your time to go off, King. I'll quickly say my piece because there's not a lot. There's a famous story back in the day when I was a wee lad, 2011, or something like that, 2012. I walked into a GameStop. Ooh. I was like, "Hey, yo, sir, I want to play Mass Effect, or should I get Uncharted?" He's like, "Well, what's your console?" I'm like, "Well, PS3." He's like, "Well, shit out of luck for you. This will be easy because Mass Effect isn't on PS3 right now." I'm like, "I bet." I played Uncharted, loved Uncharted. That's where it all started.
You know
what I'm saying?
You love to hear it. What Uncharted did you get that day?
I bought the first and second because the third was coming out, I think, like a month later.
Oh, so you got this in like
October.
I think Uncharted 3 came out in like November of 2011?
No. Okay. No? Yeah, it was, I think it was November 2011 or something like that. It was the last November. I bought all three of them the summer after.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what happened, yeah.
So yeah, Mass Effect 3 had just come out. Mass Effect 3 came out in March of 2012, I believe.
Yeah. So there's a reality where I'm a Mass Effect fiend, and that's why I am looking forward to this collection. I finally want to play Mass Effect. It's one of those games that I know is iconic, I know is good. It's a big hole in my gaming portfolio, if you will. ArachKnight, run me through it. How are you feeling about this Legendary Edition?
It is already pre-ordered.
Oh, here we go.
As soon as the reveal trailer came out during the Game Awards, I think it was the Game Awards, I was immediately hooked. I'm listening to the Mass Effect soundtrack right now. I love Mass Effect. It's my favorite game series of all time. Mass Effect 2 is my favorite game of all time, period. Like, it's like, you can only play one game for the rest of your life. What would you choose right now? It would be Mass Effect 2. In a heartbeat. It is a game with infinite replayability, in my opinion. I always enjoy going through. This is the first year in the last, when did I get it? 7 years that I haven't done my yearly playthrough. Because
are you gonna wait for the Legendary?
Yeah, no, it's that's the whole reason I haven't done it yet. Because it's become a tradition that on spring break, because I'm a loser that doesn't do anything, on spring break every year since I was 13 years old, like, I have done a yearly playthrough of Mass Effect, because I remember, like, all the way back in like 8th grade, as like spring break, I was bored one day and I'd finished playing Mass Effect the year before, and I wasn't doing anything. I didn't have many friends when I was younger, so I was like, okay, I'm going to play through Mass Effect again. I'm going to go through all 3 games. I'm going to go through all the DLC, and I'm just going to play through every game again. Like, top to bottom, like my first playthrough. And that's what I've done every single year since I was about 13 years old. And this is the first year since then, I'm just under 21, that I haven't done it yet. And I won't be able to do it in March, like, which sucks. Like, you know, it's a tradition. I might play through ME2 just for fun. Like, but I have such a deep connection with Mass Effect. It is a game that has fundamentally founded a lot of my tastes in games, what I like to see in games, like what I like to see narratively, gameplay wise. Like, I've read the books, I've watched videos on it, I've played through the games, I've read every codex entry, I've gotten every achievement in every game. Like, it is, other than the multiplayer achievements, because, you know, it is my favorite game series of all time, and I'm very, very, very excited for the Legendary Edition. Like, as soon as the trailer came out that Christian posted, again, shout out to the Discord, I immediately saw it on Steam, and I pre-ordered it without hesitation. Sure, I'm $700 down in my portfolio. I don't care.
You know, there are certain investments that just need to be made. Absolutely.
Yeah, like, this is.
I hear you.
If there's a collector's edition, I will absolutely buy it again. I don't care if I have 2 copies of the game. I'll give you a copy. Like,
yeah. So, no, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's all I was gonna say is, It is free money, EA. If you wanna overcharge me for a collector's edition, I will buy it.
Yeah, it's coming out May 14th, so not too long. Hopefully that date sticks. I like the way they're talking about it. It feels like that date is gonna stick, and it'd be wise of them to put it out right there, because you know are about to have a lot of people that are out of school in the summertime. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how the whole COVID thing goes over there in May, but like, it seems like the perfect, like, this is precisely where I wanted this game to drop. You know, I want it in the summer. I want to have a Mass Effect summer. I want to binge all 3 of these games and get that whole experience for you. And trust me, you will hear my thoughts on it in a podcast format. Okay, so don't even fret about that. But it's the 3 games, Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. They did announce some little things that you can play as FemShep throughout the entire trilogy, and they're highlighting her more. All the DLC is included and remastered, except for this one thing they said. It's like this like arena combat thing. You know what that is?
Did they say it was Mass Effect 3?
The Pinnacle, something like that.
Oh, Pinnacle Station.
Pinnacle Station.
That's ME1 DLC.
Yeah, they said that will not be making it into there. I think they lost the code or some shit like that for the original copy. I don't know, something like that. So that's the only thing that didn't make it over to this collection. Of course, there's no multiplayer as well. The obviously remastered visuals and enhancements, performance. They're doing a lot of work with Mass Effect 1 in terms of gameplay. It will be launching on PS4, so it is technically a last gen game, right? But they do have some specific enhancements that they said, and backwards compatibility will work on PS5. So we'll see what little enhancements those are. I'm just assuming like a more stable frame rate, maybe a higher resolution. I'm not expecting anything too crazy with those enhancements. But yeah, so I'm very excited to play it. Glad that you are excited as well. Yeah. I know a lot of people are very, very excited. And I'm gonna binge this all summer for sure.
Oh yeah, like,
for sure.
I need to hear your thoughts on.
I can't wait
on all that, because like, if there's a Mass Effect episode, like, my first recommendation on a guest would be Christian. Like,
on paper, I should adore this game. On paper, we'll see. Yeah.
I will, like, if you tell me if on a dark Earth, it's like Mass Effect sucks.
Like, no, I mean, I'm gonna keep it a $1.50, obviously. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but, like, if you tell me that, I will never trust your word again.
Yeah.
Like, because there are very few things that attack my heart in that way, because that's like a direct attack to my soul. That's an attack to me. Because what's your favorite game all time? Doesn't matter what console, whatever.
Dude, that's too big of a question. The most nostalgic one, I guess, is Need for Speed Underground 2. I think like recently, Celeste is up there. God of War 2018 is up there for sure. God of War 2 is up there as well. Black Ops 1, of course, infamous. 1 specifically. I know 2 is better, but 1.
If you had to pick between Infamous 1 and 2, you'd pick 1?
Off of nostalgia purposes, yes, but as a better game, probably Infamous 2 is a better game for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say is like, if I had to pick between Infamous 1 and 2, it's 2 easy. I loved 1, but it's still 2.
Yeah, but I can't wait though. Can't wait. And moving on to of course the ongoing situation with Arachknight not being able to get a PS5. Sony did have a little bit, I think it was a conference call, or like they just released some stats out there currently right now that's going on. So they have shipped 4.5 million PS5s in the first quarter, right? So I want to be very, very clear here that they use the term shipped. Shipped is not sold. This means that they have sent out 4.5 million PS5s to a variety of different retailers to then be sold to them, right? They say that like this is the biggest console launch they've ever had and different stuff like that. And you got to imagine too, right, that at the rate of how fast PS5s are going, they've probably likely sold through the overwhelming majority of them, right? Like you gotta assume that, whether it be the scalpers or just the average consumer, hopefully they're getting in the hands of more average consumers than not, right?
Right.
I'm trying to see. There's references. Let's see. So, okay, here we go. Perfect. Thank you. Push Square article link below in the description. They say here, quote, and just for reference, 1.4 million PS4 consoles were also sold within the same quarter, representing a continued downward trend for the last-gen systems as attention turned towards newer hardware. 6.2 million PS4s were sold in total across 2020. So, yeah, the PS4 did 1.4 million in the same time frame that the PS5 did 4.5. So there's a clear a much higher demand for the PS5 for sure. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's all cool and dandy. Another stat I want to read off too, of course, is that PS Plus subscribers has reached 47.4 million subscribers, and that is dope. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? A lot of online play, a lot of free games and everything. But there is one stat I want to see here. Where was that? Okay, here we go. The PlayStation 5 represents the strongest attachment rate, as Sony reveals that 87% of owners also hold a PS Plus subscription. Now, this can easily be explained by like, okay, the hardest of hardcore are going to buy the PS5 first, right? Or any new hardware first. So obviously those hardcore people are more likely to have PS Plus as opposed to the person that may not have PS Plus, right? Like if you don't have PS Plus or you don't care about PS Plus, it may go hand in hand that you might not get a brand new console as soon as it comes out, right? So that's pretty cool right there. But yeah, man, overall, some pretty cool stats. We see definitely the bump in the growth within Sony services and all that. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Very, very
pretty cool. Pretty cool right there.
You know what else is cool? Something that we should marvel at.
Okay. I see you. I see you with that. Okay.
Miles Morales selling big
time.
Like 4.1.
Oh god.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
4.1 million sales in a few months, because it came out on, what was it, like November 11th?
Yeah, the launch of PS5. So
yeah.
November 12th, November 11th, something like that. Yeah.
So 4.1 in that short time frame is very, very impressive, and it really goes to show that people's investment in Miles Morales and Insomniac Spider-Man has increased since the release of Spider-Man 2018 and that story and that progression, and it's awesome to see. Like, I love seeing more people get into Spider-Man because he's a character near and dear to my heart. So I'm really, really happy to see that it's as big as it is, because it really does motivate the developers, and Sony is like, hey, people want more Spider-Man, and that's something that I'm cool with. Like, we could always use more Spider-Man, especially from the quality of Insomniac. So let me see some Spider-Man 2 news. I'm very, very excited to see what they do next in the story, and congratulations to all of them, because this is an impressive milestone, especially in just a few months.
Yeah, what I would have loved to see too, right? What I really want to see is how it all breaks down from PS5 to PS4, because I would love to see the attachment rate of those that bought it on PS5, right? Like, we know that likely the PS5, I think it's safe to say that it sold over 4 million. I think that's safe to say, given if they shipped 4.5, We don't know how many of the PS5s are just hidden or like hidden in people's houses because they're scalpers or whatever. But we can say like 4 million, right? So like out of that 4 million, I really want to see how many of them bought Miles Morales, for sure. Like what's the highest attach rate right now on PS5? But unfortunately, Sony just put out both console SKUs as just one total number, so that 4.1 is taking PS4s into account. And I also want to see how many how many people bought it on PS4 as well. Yeah. Do want to see that, but yeah, ultimately this is obviously a great thing. Spider-Man Miles Morales is great, and I have a much longer discussion about like the overall implications of this game doing well in terms of sales on Joyclicks Gamescast this week, where we talk about like the future of like these interstitial smaller titles within the PlayStation first party. So pretty cool conversation there if you want to check that out. But this is great. Shout out to Insomniac, definitely.
Shout out to Insomniac.
You'll love to see it. But moving on to the main question of the week, ArachKnight. We're here. We made it. Who will win the DICE Awards in your eyes? So they did announce the DICE Awards finalists last week, and I wanted to go over this week and just go over some of the some of the nominees, and maybe while we can say like what we think is gonna win, we would like to win as well, like if we were voting on this whole thing, right? So there's a lot of categories that we're probably gonna skip over. Like I don't think we're gonna do like mobile game or honestly sports game. You know what I'm saying? Strategy simulation, probably not either. You know what I'm saying? So there'll be some we'll skip. But overall, let's start from because is the bottom game of the year? Let me see. It is. So we can go from the top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? So let's see here. So outstanding achievement in animation: Final Fantasy Remake, Last of Us Part 2, Miles Morales, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and Spiritfarer. Out of these, which ones did you play?
I played all of them, but Spiritfarer.
Same thing. So we'll just negate Spiritfarer. I know it's a good game, but we're gonna just negate that for right now. In animation, it's gotta be like.
I'd give it to Tila too.
It has to be Tilu too, right? Yeah. Did you see this week that there was a animation that someone found where Ellie can catch ammo mid-air?
Yeah. No, but that animation, like, it's. I feel like you could have done that in the first game. Like,
fuck no. No way. No way.
I don't know. That animation seems like, it's just like the pickup animation, but I don't know. That one wasn't impressive to me. When I think of the animation, like the quality of the animation, other than the cutscenes, I think about the running. Like when Ellie's the difference in Ellie's running, like when you're at full health compared to injured, and when you're like if you run into a wall or your character you didn't move your character far enough away to avoid an object, so she runs into it and pushes herself off of it.
Yeah.
Like that's what I think about when I think of The Last of Us Part 2's like incredible animation. FF7R was a little tanky.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Not the best animations. I would give it honestly like a second place to Miles Morales.
Oh yeah.
Cuz when you're doing like those tricks in the air and he's able to just so fluid just go into a swing after that whenever you want to, like it looks really nice in Miles Morales. So they did a very good job at that. But like part 2, to go off what you were saying, for sure, like for me where it's highlighted is when you're in a combat encounter and you're able to like go from prone to crouch to running over to this side of the room, ducking the cover this way, shooting at this target on the left, like it all looks so fluid. Like it looks so fluid. So
yeah, no.
Part 2 I would definitely give it to.
This one's hands down a Part 2.
Outstanding achievement in art direction: Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Last of Us Part 2, Miles Morales, and Ori and the Will of the Wisps. In art direction,
Ghost.
I hear you. I feel you. I hear you. It makes sense. Ultimately, ultimately, I think it would go to Ghost, but Ori and Hades look so and specifically, I would say Ori.
Yeah,
I think
no.
Ori looks incredible.
If I had like 1 and 2, I agree with you. It's got to be Ghost and Ori.
Yeah, I would do Ghost, Ori, Hades. I guess The Last of Us, and then Miles. I think.
Yeah, like
That's where we go.
Last of Us and Miles are like they're obviously very impressive. Like there's no disrespect or like, it wasn't that great. Like that's not what I'm trying to say. But it's not as stylized because I know like Tsushima Island is a real place, but the way that they describe visually, it becomes a little more mystical. Because when I think of Ghost of Tsushima, the first thing I think about is that title card opening.
Dude, that is the most fire thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, like the variety of colors, the fields, the environmental effects. Ghost of Tsushima's like visuals, like the snow in the later part of the game in Act 3. It is stunning. It is in my opinion, like the most visually like appealing game I have ever played. It's where I got started in my whole like passion for virtual photography, like just messing around with the photo mode and seeing what I could do with the environment. It is a remarkable piece of technology. Ori as well, like the backgrounds, the colors, it is a beautiful game. Hades, like the art is great. Like I like the character designs, but other than character designs, like there's not really that much to say about the environment about Hades.
I mean, no, like it's like it has a distinct style for sure.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I hear you.
I don't think it deserves it. Like, again, let me emphasize, absolutely no disrespect to the developers or the art directors or anything. Like, all of these games deserve to be here. That is without question. However, like, I just don't feel like it deserves it. I don't. But again, I think the character designs are great. I think the art for the characters is great. When I think of art direction, I have to think of everything, like the environment and what's going on. And it was a like a roguelike beat 'em up for when you think of the backgrounds.
I think I'd give it to Ori.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
But I see Ghost as well.
Yeah, like sense. If Ori won it, it's like, yeah, it's well deserved. Like there's obviously no ill will. Instead of like when it's like oh, Miles won best art direction. It's like, really?
Yeah. I hear you. What about outstanding achievement in character? We got Eivor in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Zagreus in Hades, Abby in TLOU 2, Ellie in TLOU 2, and Miles Morales in Spider-Man Miles Morales. Outstanding achievement in character.
I don't think Hades deserves it.
I like Zagreus though, but like I get that a lot of people didn't really love him that much, and like I just liked his vibe, you know.
Like he wasn't unlikable, or I didn't dislike him. It's just like, I don't know, he was a kid with attitude, which is There was nothing remarkable about Zagreus, and I don't know, like.
I could speak about. Sorry about.
I was done. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna speak about Eivor. Like Eivor, in some ways, yeah, but ultimately, I don't think so. No. Ultimately, I didn't think Eivor was that interesting. But there are some parts in that game where it's like really intriguing and really interesting, you know. But like ultimately, I wouldn't put her in this list personally. Well, you can get male Eivor as well, but it's all the same character.
There.
So then that leaves.
I would probably give it to like I want it to be Ellie, but like Abby was. I feel like Abby was a lot more fleshed out than Ellie, because they had to tell. They created this character, and they needed to make, and they made you play as this character. So they really had to. It's like, okay, we have to put an emphasis here on Abby, like fleshing her out, because you saw Ellie in all of part 1, and you saw her in Left Behind and all that. So it's like they really needed to shine a little spotlight on Abby and Abby's world. So that's the only reason I feel like Abby deserves it. But in my brain, logically, I know it should be Abby. In my heart, I want it to be Miles. Like, but in terms of character development, it's gotta be Abby.
I think we give it to Ellie.
Yeah, I'm.
Yeah.
The difference between the difference between Ellie and Abby is less than 1% for me.
I hear you.
Like, it could be either or, but it's got to be one of the Last of Us girls.
Good stuff. Okay. Like, original music composition. I didn't play a few of these games. I did not play Carrion. I didn't play Little Orpheus, and I did not play the Pathless.
It's gotta be Ghost. Ghost soundtrack slaps.
Ori's soundtrack is really good too. You know what? No, for this one, I'll give it to Ghost. Yeah, like, Ghost is a really good soundtrack. Yeah,
Ghost soundtrack is top tier.
Audio design. So this is just all the sounds as a whole. We got Dreams, which I played. I don't know why that's there, to be honest with you. I didn't think it was that good. In terms of like sounds, Ghost of Tsushima Part 2, Ori, and Sackboy Big Adventure. So shout out to Sackboy, getting a little nomination there. You love to see it. Look at that little fucker right there. You know what I'm saying? Look at that smile. Arachknight. Imagine waking up, seeing little homie there chilling.
Pumped.
What's good, homie? You know? What's good?
Yeah, no.
Audio design.
I'd say Part 2. Because...
Yeah, I'm thinking Part 2 as well.
Because in Ghost... Okay, so... What I immediately snapped to when I thought audio design was stealth. It's like, I need to be able to hear all around me. Like, Harkins theaters all around you, kind of. So I need... It's like... In Part 2, if you get in a full-on firefight, especially on grounded difficulty... More likely than not, you're barely gonna get out of there. Ghost, you get caught. All right, here I go killing again.
Here I go killing again.
So,
oh man,
I really paid more attention to the sounds around me in Part 2, more than I did in Ghost. And I feel like even if I put the same amount of attention in both of them, Part 2 had a little more detail. Like, you could, like, I know there was a few specific examples. Like, okay, I can hear two, like, walking through grass. There's one in the building that I can see.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not something I could hear in Ghost.
Yeah, and the one thing that sticks out for me is that, like, there were a couple of people that got around and they translated the whistles. I
completely forgot about the whistles. This goes to Last of Us Part 2, hands down.
Seraphites. I was like, who the fuck did it?
Yeah, the Seraphites.
Seraphites did. Yeah, like, they were able to translate that shit. Like, okay, no, it's definitely Last of Us Part 2.
It's Part 2. I completely forgot about the Seraphites. This goes to Part 2. Yeah.
This where things get interesting. Outstanding achievement in story. 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, did not play it.
No.
Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Kentucky Route Zero, did not play it.
Part 2.
Last was Part 2.
Part 2 is in every category.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. I was streaming it in story. I'm gonna say two things. One,
Part 2.
Hades put a story in a roguelike and made it make sense, which is fire, right? So I think that in itself is something that I think might be something that may push it over the edge in this category. My personal one, well, I loved Ghost of Tsushima's story. You know, a lot of cool stuff, but like it wasn't anything really crazy, honestly. The story for me worked in Last of Us Part 2. I know that's not reflective of everyone's things. We talked about that 1,000 times, right? But I think in this specifically, I think I may be a little bit more on the Hades side, just because they were able to make a story in a roguelike, made it make sense, and all of that. So
I don't know. Like, the more time I have stepped away from Hades, the less I like it.
That's unpopular.
That is a very unpopular
opinion.
It. I don't know. It's just,
but I respect it.
After finishing it, like all 10 run-throughs, I have no desire to go back. Like, there is nothing compelling. I uninstalled it as soon as I was done, and there's nothing that makes me want to say, yeah, I should play Hades again. But I don't know. The story in Hades is just, go see your mom and convince her to come back over and over and over again. Like, nothing else really develops from that. It's like your dad opens up a little bit, and everybody else kind of stays the same, and it's just everybody else other than Zagreus, Hades, and I forgot the mom's name. Everybody else is just exposition. So it's like, oh,
I liked him.
It's like, this is what's going on. Shout out to Nyx.
So who would you pick, though?
I may not have agreed with everything in part 2, narratively, but I can definitely tell you that it was bold, and I can respect that. Because Ghost was a samurai, abandons tradition, and becomes the Ghost, which is good. Like, what they did with it is good. But when you boil everything down, there is a lot more nuance, and just, I don't know a better word than bold. Like, again, did I like everything in part 2's story? No, but it was bold.
I'm pretty surprised you picked Tilu. I thought you were gonna go Ghost, and I would have respected that too. But I hear that. I hear that. Good stuff. Good stuff.
When in awards, like, if you just pick your favorite game, then you lose some of the why have categories at all.
Yeah, yeah, I hear that.
I prefer Ghost over 2 out of 2, yeah, but I can definitely say where the game excels, and it definitely has excelled. It is, like, we can see, it's the most awarded game of all time.
I see.
And the next category,
technical achievement. That
Mario Kart Live.
In terms of, like, the way they're able to do, like, a physical, like, literal race and a simultaneous digital race, no, like, I can see where they were going with that. I definitely feel that. That one looks like a sore thumb, but I see it. I think all these are pretty good picks except for Dreams. I don't think Dreams. I mean, you know what? No.
Have you
seen know what? No.
Some of the
I think that. Huh?
Have you seen some of the levels that people have made in Dreams?
Yeah. That's what I'm about to say. Yeah, like, let me not do that. Okay, so Dreams. Damn, this is honestly pretty. This is a pretty. Even Microsoft Flight Sim, where you can literally fly around the whole fucking world, like, dead ass, and it's like there. So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I was saying technical achievement. I think I might still go to Tilu for me personally, but yeah.
The fact that you managed to get a game like that running at a consistent 30 frames on 7-year-old hardware.
Yeah.
But also, those load times in Ghosts.
That is true. They were pretty quick. Alright. Name your pick, and we'll go on.
Honestly, you could flip a coin between Ghosts and Tilu, and I'd be happy with whatever came up.
Okay. I see that.
Wow, crazy. Doom Eternal for the next category.
Seems like a coward's way out, but it's okay. It's all good, ArachKnight.
Fine.
It's all good.
You know what?
It's okay.
Fine.
It's all good. No,
it's fine.
man. No,
we're
man.
We're going with two. Fine. We're going with two.
I'll just put it the chance.
Wow. Okay. I'm sorry for having two choices that I enjoyed. I'm sorry for liking your game.
Oh man, action game of the year.
Doom Eternal. Thank you.
Doom Eternal, Hades, Half-Life, Miles Morales, and Neo 2. Look, Doom Eternal got snubbed.
Doom Eternal, that made me so upset.
It got snubbed.
You're gonna tell me that Last of Us Part 2 got music, but not Doom Eternal? Like, shout out to Gustavo. I can't say his last name.
Santa Olaya.
Thank you. I'm not gonna try and repeat it, but great soundtrack, especially from Part 1. But come on, man.
Because Doom Eternal got snubbed, I'm gonna make a declarative action on giving this one to Doom Eternal.
Doom
action
Eternal
game of the year,
way more than it got.
For sure. I could see Hades as a second, but Doom Eternal should be the action game of the year for sure.
Yeah.
Adventure. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's just action game of the year. Like, I remember saying when Doom Eternal first came out, it's like I like Doom 2016 more, but as time gone on, I love Doom Eternal way more. I've grown to love it way more.
Adventure game of the year: Valhalla, Ghost of Tsushima, Kentucky Route Zero, Last of Us Part 2, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Okay, action adventure. Well, sorry, not action adventure. Excuse me, just adventure.
Ghost.
Adventure game of the year.
Just on a pure adventure, Ghost.
Adventure game of the year. I got two things to say. One, Part 2 to me felt like a literal journey that I went on, right? Like a dead ass adventure, right? That I still like. There's times where like I'll like look at gameplay and like remember what chat was saying when I was doing this in this area. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was getting gas in Seattle, like I remember like some of the jokes we were making on chat. I remember the stretch breaks. Like it was a very tangible memory for me, right? But Valhalla is over there too. And Valhalla is a fucking massive adventure, you know. And I said in the review, and I said on record, I think it's too big. It definitely could have been cut. There's a lot of regions there that I think were like mid, that I think if they had cut all the mid and kept all the tier A shit, it would have been a much better reflection of the game for sure. And Ghost, yeah, like I mean, I didn't feel like I went on like an adventure in Ghost. I just felt like I was just solving a problem in an area, right? Like it felt like I didn't feel like, yeah, like I traveled to different parts of the map, sure, but like it was still Tsushima. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. And like Kev, that's stupid as fuck. You're on an island. Like what do you want them to do, right? So I totally hear that. You know, totally hear that.
Yeah, like.
But I don't know. I just didn't feel like I don't know. I just feel like I solved the problem,
but
on Tsushima Island rather than like went on like a grand adventure, you know.
What? But I don't know. It's just those Torii gates, like climbing around everything and just taking everything in after a mission. Like I forgot her name, but you remember the side mission with what?
Is it Yuna?
No. It's the older woman that lives at the estate.
The like caretaker, right?
Yeah, the caretaker.
Yeah.
Like I remember at the end of her quest, I just sat up there and like looked at the landscape for a minute before climbing back down.
Yeah.
And you can even she mentions like Jin has become a different person because she saw him before he left for the beach. And she says the person that left for the beach and the person that came back are two completely different people.
Motherfucker, you're so right too. Like you're right. Like while yes, Valhalla, it was a physical adventure, right?
Yeah.
Part 2 is where we get both the physical and the like as a human journey, right? Like a human development. Jin had that absolutely. Jin literally went from samurai to ghost. Literally, that's the point of the entire game. Okay, you convinced me. Let's give it a ghost.
Yeah,
Damn.
like I could definitely see
thought?
part
Who'd
2.
have thought?
Who would have thought? But yeah, Ghost Adventure, like just exploring everything, like doing all the Torii gates and finding all of the little pieces for the platinum. Like that was a journey for me, and especially with my horse, my one and only horse, the only horse you get in the game, as it tells you. It was fun. You grow attached.
Family game of the year. Assassin's Creed not Assassin's Creed, goddamn. Animal Crossing, New Horizons. Astro's Playroom, Dreams, Fall Guys, Sackboy. Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing. Alright, fighting game of the year.
Okay. That was easy. Shout out to Playroom, though. Shout out to Fall Guys, too.
It couldn't be me on Playroom. Can't play that.
Well,
No.
hate to see you. Fighting game, I got nothing here.
Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah, sure. I'll give the Mortal Kombat one out. Racing game of the year. I got nothing.
Role playing game of the year.
RPG of the year. So did not play Persona 5 Royal.
FF7.
Did not play Wasteland. Did not play Yakuza. It's still FF7. Shocked that Cyberpunk got a nod.
Cyberpunk absolutely does not deserve a nod here.
But can you imagine if it does? I don't think it will, but can
absolutely. Okay, because I'm a fan of the Yakuza games. I don't like turn-based, which is funny because I'm about to say that Persona 5 is my second pick. But Like a Dragon, I didn't play. Wasteland 3, I've heard great things about. I played P5R. Fun. I really liked it. But FF7R, come on. And, you know.
It's definitely FF7R.
And Cyberpunk, thank you. Thank you for showing up.
Sports game, I don't fucking
Pro
care.
Skater,
but,
baby.
Yeah, let's just give it a Pro Skater. Yeah, why not? Strategy sim, I'm fucking asleep.
Yeah, that's a sleep for me.
Immersive reality technical achievement
Deserves to be Alex.
Yeah, Alex got snubbed too, so I would give it to Alex even though I've never played it. Yeah. So there's that. Immersive.
Also Alex.
Sorry. Yeah. Immersive reality game of the year. So I guess this is VR game of the year. I guess.
Yeah.
Half-Life Alex.
Yeah.
Outstanding achievement for an independent game. Let's see. So Coffee Talk, Hades, If Found, Kentucky Route Zero, and Noida. Ooh, I never actually heard of this one.
I've heard of Coffee Talk.
Cool. I've not heard of Coffee Talk either.
Yeah, no, I've heard good things about Coffee Talk, but I've never played it, so I guess we gotta give it to Hades.
Yeah, I guess I'll give it to Hades. I guess.
All right.
Mobile game of the year. I'm fucking sleep. Got nothing there. Online game of the year.
I think it should go to Ghost, just because it's like, hey, you guys want us to fuck around and make a multiplayer? Yeah. Because Animal Crossing, they bring you into your island and you get to explore a little bit. Like that's.
I don't like Animal Crossing being talked about from an online standpoint to any degree.
Yeah, no.
Like it's come on guys, what are we doing?
Fall Guys
Cold War
died real fast. I got so bored of Fall Guys fast.
Yeah, Fall Guys died quick, but it was a good online game for sure. Tetris Effect Connected, people love that game. I haven't played it, but people love that game for sure. Cold War is good multiplayer wise, definitely. I like Cold War multiplayer, so there is that.
I think it's gotta go to Ghost because they really just said fuck around and find out.
It's not gonna win, but okay, sure. Like I
don't know. It's got a chance.
I personally don't think so.
I don't think it should be Cold War.
That's the thing.
I don't know why you're here.
I don't.
Get out of here.
That's the thing. Like I don't think it should be Cold War either. I don't think really any of these like do anything crazy with online necessarily. You know, if Among Us was here, I would have probably done that. You know.
Yeah, it shouldn't be Cold War and it shouldn't be New Horizons. I think it really deserves to be Ghost, but it'll probably go to Fall Guys.
Yeah, it'll probably go to Fall Guys, but I could see Ghost being a second. I don't know, man. It's just like
I think it should be Ghost.
I don't know why. I mean, no, like I don't know, man. I don't know. Sure, fuck it.
Why not?
Shout out to Legends. Shout out. Outstanding achievement in game design: Ghost, Hades, Half-Life, Last of Us Part 2, and the Miles Morales. In game design, game design.
I think this goes to Tila too.
Yeah, I don't think Miles. Half of Alex I haven't played, so there is that. Hades, I don't think it's
I don't think Hades deserves to be here.
like I don't think it's good than like game like I don't think they did. I think like that was the point to like really have like intricate design of levels. Like they look really cool, but like I don't know about like the actual build of them.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
It's either Alex or Part 2, in my opinion.
Yeah, Ghost, I don't think so either. Yeah, I'll give it to Tilu just because I know. Yeah. Outstanding achievement in game direction: Ghost, Hades, Half-Life, Kentucky Route Zero, and Tilu.
What defines game direction?
It's a great point, Arachknight. It's a great point. What is game? I think like the overall sum of like what they were going for is where I think I would put game direction. I know that's vague, but I think that's kind of what I would do in game direction. What are you thinking?
So I'm reading a course description for the University of Applied Sciences.
Interesting.
Rapidly skilled professionals who are able to develop innovative formats and lead creative teams. Well, the crunch situation for Part 2 really kind of turns me off from that. Because there were people that were like suffering making TLO 2.
Yes. And there was no crunch in Hades though.
Yeah, let's give it to Hades.
Why not? Fuck it.
Yeah.
Game of the year:
Final Fantasy VII Remake, baby. Thanks for coming to the show.
We know it's gonna be Tilu, but
it should be.
I want to see if FF7 Remake wins this shit. I think I might cry.
I'll scream.
I want it to be Remake, but yeah.
It should be Remake.
Yeah, if it's Animal Crossing, I might throw my phone at the wall. I'm not gonna lie.
Animal Crossing
I'll take it.
Does not deserve it.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'll take. I mean, and I like Animal Crossing New Horizons. I haven't played it in. We're coming up on a year. I want to check it out sometime. I want to see what it's like again. You know, go back there. Yeah. But
Vita
that was a
Island.
remake, definitely for sure. Well,
you gotta go back to Vita
that was
Island.
Huh?
You gotta go back to Vita Island.
Absolutely, yo. Vita Island is the one right there, right there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that has been the Dice nominees. Of course, down below you can hit that link if you want to check it out for yourself. I forget when this is actually going down. I forget. Actually, no, it says right here. Let's see. So the winners will be revealed April 8th. Damn. So a while from now. But yeah. That's pretty cool right there. But overall, that has been Save Us Up Podcast Episode 4, the weekly news show about any and all things PS5, PlayStation games, and PlayStation itself. You can, of course, catch us over here. Oh, just kidding. Arachknight, where can the people find you?
I am on the PlayStation Source Discord under the same name, and I am on Twitter at Orly_Macias, and that's it for me. You can keep going.
Love to see it. Of course, you can catch the show here on youtube.com/PlayStation Source, as well as podcast services like Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, and our anchor link down below in the description. Of course, you can like the video and rate the podcast to help us get seen by more viewers so we can grow the PSS family. Also down below, before we even get to the other links, literally, guys, go on Apple Podcasts, go on Spotify, comment below if you want to as well. But most importantly, go to some podcast services. Literally tell me something. Literally say anything.
Please talk to me.
Rate it 5 stars if you want. I don't know. Or perhaps you don't think this was quality. You know, you could give me a lower score. It's fine.
You could be wrong.
I like that. I like that. You know, down below, of course, you can also find us. No, I said that already. Down below, you can let us know what you like or dislike about the show and connect with us further on Twitter and Discord in the description. If you're feeling generous, feel free to hit that join button to become a member of the channel with the $1 Prince tier and our $5 King tier to be members, just like ArachKnight, Owen, Chungi, Tapiwa Musa, and forgetting. Oh man, I'm losing it. You know what? I'm gonna give a different shout out. There was this guy while we were streaming Destruction All Stars. His Discord is at the Fry. I forgot his YouTube username, but he was a contract artist for Destruction All Stars, and he joined the Discord and thanked us for streaming the game. So I'm going to give him a shout out. All right. Shout out to him doing that work on Destruction All Stars. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that. Love to see it. You can check out the stream series as well throughout the week if you missed those on the playlist section on YouTube. And we'll be back next week with some more Ratchet and Clank. And yeah, all the good stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank y'all for watching. And as always, greatness awaits. Later, G's.